Arcadian is a 2024 film starring Nicolas Cage and was presented to me in the trailer as a horror film, and it's not exactly a horror film. It's more of a science fiction horror drama, or science fiction drama with a little bit of horror sprinkled in it. But let me explain what the movie's about first. The movie takes place in a dystopian future, or present, I guess, where I guess aliens have landed on Earth and taken over. And this man, played by Nicolas Cage, finds these two children. I believe he finds them. I'm not sure they're his kids, because the movie starts out with him like running around the city, and you see some bad CG of a destroyed city or buildings. And then he runs to this little thing, and there's these two kids, and he holds them. So I don't know if they're actually his biological children, or he just found them and raised them as his own. Needless to say, the movie's about him and his two sons, because they're his sons. He's raised them. It's about 18 years after the fall of civilization, I suppose. And basically, they prepare their days by getting food and doing things, you know. And at night, they board up their homes and they hide from this alien creatures that come up and try to kill them. The trailer made it seem more horrific and more horror type. And when I watched it, it was kind of like, it's a weird mix for me to describe this film, as I was expecting something else, as I keep saying. So I actually do like the movie. It's more about the father and his two sons, and actually it's more about the two sons, because even though Nicolas Cage is the star of the film, he's really not in that much. But he is in it, so he's not just like a, coming along a cameo. He's in the movie. And the film is about these two brothers, one, the total polar opposites. One's super smart and one's kind of selfish a little bit in a sense, but it kind of tricks you at that point, because he's not. There's the spoiler section coming up, and maybe this whole thing will be spoilers. So if you don't want to hear about this film anymore, I'm just gonna say overall I like the film. So now I'm gonna get into talking about the film with spoilers. So yeah, these two brothers, they're totally different. One's like kind of a genius, it seems like, and he's great at drawing, he's great at building things, and he wants to capture one of these creatures to find out how they tick, so he could, maybe we could get back to normal or whatever. And the other one is a little bit selfish or whatever, and he meets this girl that he likes, and he wants to try to be with her, so he's trying to go there every day to find, he's trying to find excuses so he could go see her. She lives on the opposite side of wherever Nick Cage's family lives, which is like a farm. So then one night, before the nighttime, the kid wants to go see the girl. And he makes up an excuse why he wants to go there. His father says, okay. And then the other guy wants to go, the other kid wants to look for something. I forget what it was exactly. So he tells them both they can go, but they have to come back before nightfall, obviously. So they go, and the boy goes to see the girl, finds out that everything was fixed, fine, blah, blah. He comes back, and he falls into this cave. And then the father's like, where's your brother? And he's like, I don't know. He didn't come back yet or whatever. So he goes, oh, stay here. He's going to go look for his brother. He's like, I want to go with you. He says, no. So Nick Cage goes to look for his brother, and that's when all the cool stuff starts happening. The movie starts picking up, and it's more of a horror action film. But majority of the movie is just a drama. It's about this family and these two brothers, but there's sprinkled good stuff in here. Now, the bad stuff I dislike about it is I was fooled into thinking it was another film, so that gives it a minus point. And then on top of that, I think that the CG probably is the other thing. The CG wasn't great. These creatures are interesting. I will say they're interesting looking, but they look ridiculous. So it's hard. It's hard for me to describe it unless they just look ridiculous at points. It's interesting. It's a cool new look for aliens. I will say that for sure. They look like werewolves slash dinosaurs, and there's this cool effect, like when they kill you, like their mouths open up and they start like chattering, and then this like alien type, I forgot what it's called, tentacle, whatever the fuck, comes out and it eats the people. And then how they could travel together, like they get on top of each other and roll around like a ball, like a machine. So there are parts that are cool. There are other parts that I don't understand how their arms could get so long, and then their nails too, but then they have to. So there's elements that suck, but it's also it's cool. There's things that you don't see and you like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder what they would have been able to do with a bigger budget for a movie. I don't dislike the movie. I actually do like it. So I actually do like this film. I just think I probably would have enjoyed it more if I was not led on to think it was something totally different than what it was. I thought this was the type of werewolf film, and I guess it kind of is in a sense, but not really. But it was interesting, and when it gets the action slash scary parts are pretty good. So yeah, I'd have to rate Arcadian 3 out of 5 stars if I'm going to be honest. I think I'm being fair enough. The things I dislike, the CG kind of does suck, but there are parts where it's cool and it's interesting. I like that they went in a different direction than normal Hollywood films would have gone, with just a fucking gray alien. You know, this is just, or whatever. That's what they do. It's all the same colors pretty much, unless you're watching Star Trek or something. So, yeah, or Star Wars, but I did like this. I like the way that they. I don't like the way they looked. I like the idea and the concept. The CG kind of sucked, but it was interesting, and the family drama it felt like a totally different film. I felt like I was watching something like Anne Frank film or something, like, you know, like these people have to hide in the dark. It's kind of reminiscent of A Quiet Place a little bit, just a little bit, not much. It's a little bit better than that, to be honest. A Quiet Place, a little bit, but also not. It's so hard to explain. A Quiet Place is better than A Quiet Place, but at the same time, it's not better than A Quiet Place. And I don't know how to even explain that. But anyway, I give the film 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it. If I didn't spoil the film for you, I think you should check it out. If you did see the movie, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you thought about Arcadian. I thought Nicolas Cage did a good job. I thought the two brothers did a good job. Even the girl that one of the brothers is in love with. So yeah, let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.